Hello, people. So I got the opportunity to test a steady body or steady GPT by CK, and I want to at least make a video on it and then show it to you. Probably if you are interested in getting a steady body, a research assistant in a form of an AI. Sometimes asking questions on the internet, you get a lot of chaff before you get the right thing. So after going through their AI, I think I need to make a video and then show you. The good thing is it's a Chromium based extension, which means you can add it to your browser on your laptop. You don't need to install anything on your computer. And as you can see, I have installed it here. And I've installed it on my Edge browser, which means you cannot own, it's not like you have to install it on Chrome, but any Chromium based browser. That is good. So let me open it and quickly show you something. Now, this is the interface. I'm going to make it big and then I have it here. Okay, so this is the view here. You can see it can do a lot of things other than being an assistant. You can take a screenshot, give it to it, and then it would work. You see, if I take a screenshot like this, I can work with it. But I'm not going to do that. I just want to show you. You can also upload an image, and based on the text in the image, you can ask questions. You can also upload a document and even use it to write a test paper. It can also be used for writing, those writing guys. But whatever purpose you use it for, please let it be ethical so that you wouldn't have problems. Now, when you come here, you can see it can explain concepts, it can answer questions, it can summarize text, it can even give you like the bullet or takeaway, it can translate, it can paraphrase, it can rewrite to improve your writing, fix grammar, and probably change the length of a text and even the tone, which is pretty much good. But I want to show you the edition whereby you use it as maybe conducting a research. Okay. So as you can see, it's based on ChatGPT, and you have GPT-5 and GPT-4. The GPT-5 gives you more free options, and the 4 gives you very limited prompts. Now, when you come here, you can see that you can chat with it as I'll be doing. You can let it search the internet. What I would do would combine that, and it can also find published papers for you, which is pretty much good. But then I'm going to start with the chat button. So let's say I have some prompts here. Okay, I have some prompts here. My first prompt is I'm telling the AI that I'm conducting a study using panel data. Okay, I'm conducting a study using panel data on 20 countries from 2008 to 2022. I've given it my topic, and then I'm asking that AI should recommend some variables I can use for my study. Let's see. It's fast. Now, it has recommended some variables such as FDI inflow as a percentage of GDP, FDI stock as a percentage of GDP. Okay. Let me see how bad my internet is at the moment for it to delay. Okay, so this is the text we have here. Now it has given us FDI inflow as a percentage of GDP and all those things. Very good. I'm not sure from where I come from if it's possible to identify the FDI project, but I know FDI intensity is possible. You just take the FDI, then you divide it by GDP, and then you get like the proportion of FDI that's accounted for in your GDP. The control variables are also very good. GDP growth rate, inflation rate, exchange rate. That is pretty much very good. I'm not sure. My internet is not that good. Let me quickly hold on. Okay, so this is it. Now, I have gotten the variables I want to use. Let me ask some questions based on the variables. Now, I'm like, as an economist, provide some theories behind the control variables listed. So let's see something. Let's see if it's going to give us some of the variables it has listed and the theory behind it. So as you can see, we have the theories or the explanation behind the various control variables the AI has suggested. And according to the neoclassical growth theory, higher levels of investment, including FDI, can lead to increased productivity and economic growth over time. A higher GDP growth rate indicates a growing economy. This is perfect. You see, it's giving that bi-directional kind of effect, which is, I must say, it's good. And yeah, that means it's able to suggest some theories as well, which means it's able to set the internet to provide relevant information. Now, let's go much more detailed. So let's say we've gotten the theories. Let's see if it can also really suggest some papers for us to read. Okay, now a quick one. Let me hit enter, and then we see if it's going to suggest some papers for us. Now we have some papers suggested for the study, and going through the papers, these are papers you can find on the internet. This is a popular working paper, and also these are like all papers we can find. So let's say we copy the first one to check if it's indeed available. What explains the development? Okay, working paper. Let me just copy this much and go to the browser, paste, and voila, we have the paper here. We can also go to the next one and just see if all these papers are right papers. Yeah, so this is also a paper. You can see the year of publication, the title, everything is right, which I think is pretty much good. Now, you've been able to see that the AI can also recommend papers for us based on our research. Let's quickly see what we can also do. Now, we want to ask the AI to teach us how to declare some kind of workings data. So we're going to learn how to declare our data as a panel data in data. Let's see what the AI has for us. As you can see, the AI has suggested the steps we can use to import our data and declare it as a panel data in data. It started with how to import your data. So that is good. It tells you to describe your data to have a fair idea. And then it goes ahead to show you how to declare it as a panel data. And then suggest some panel data basic analysis you can conduct. Okay, so this is also very accurate and good. Now, let's say we have all this. Okay, now we are going to ask the AI to recommend the steps in conducting the regression analysis. So we are asking it to give us some pre-test, pre-estimation test we have to carry out. So let's say we have this. Let's see what the AI would be able to give to us. So we have a list of pre-test estimations we have to carry out. And it starts with the descriptive statistics, which is okay. It gives you a fair idea of the distribution of your data and then outliers. That's good. Then there's a unit root test for stationarity. And in all, it gives you some of the tests you can carry out. Then there is this heteroscedasticity, and also it tells you the test you can carry out. That is Gaussian, autocorrelation, multicollinearity, and then the panel specification test. That is basically like the Hostman test, which is also good. Yeah, and then the validity test, also the robustness check, conduct sensitivity analysis, model, control variables. Yeah, this is pretty much very good. Okay, so if you go through 1 to the very last one, 8, which even includes a robustness check, whereby you can check it based on control variables or other estimation models. So I think this is very much okay. Before, we asked the software to tell us how to declare our data as a panel data set. but then it gave us code. So let's look at how we can use the graphical interface to perform the, let's say, the unit root test. So let's see, using the graphical interface, this will work well for those who do not like the command thing and you prefer to use the graphical interface. You can see it has given us the process, which it's very good, even though it has added the unnecessary step of loading your data. Apart from that, it's perfect. So it says that you go to the graphical interface, you go to statistics, and then you go to panel data analysis, then panel unit root test, select variables, choose a unit root test method, set other options, yeah, depending on that's good, and then run the test. So let me quickly check if it is right in Stata. Let me open Stata and then we can just check it from here. Now, assuming I've imported my data, when I go to statistics, the first one is panel data. But remember, in Stata, it is longitudinal / panel data. So, which is okay. The AI didn't get it wrong. And then you have the unit root test here. Now it says that we should select the type of test we want to carry out. There are options. Very good. Now you also have to choose the variable. And these are the optional parts he was talking about, including the lag specification. Once it is done, you click OK and you have it. So with this, the AI got it right also, even using the graphical interface, which is very good for people who are not a command type and you want to use the graphical interface. So this is my quick review of StudyGPT, which I just got to know of it and the guy gave me a link. It's working pretty much very good. So those of you who are looking for a steady body or like an assistant so that you wouldn't go to Google to be searching and reading articles before you get them, this kind of give you a form of direct answers. And it is free. You only need to add the extension to your Chromium-based browser, as I've added to my Edge browser here. Likewise, the link he gave me, if you use the link to install it, you get a 14-day trial of the premium version. So that is it. I'm not sure if you would go through the process of paying, but then even the free version, you'll be able to do certain number of queries per month, per day for GPT 3.5. And for GPT-4, you have a limited program, let's say command per month. So this is my first review and I'll take time to see how great this is going to turn out. So thank you.